Virgo, this is not just another astrology video. From June 5th to June 21st, your soul is entering a rare and powerful karmic window, and if you're not prepared, 3 spiritual attacks will hit you where it hurts the most: your mind, your heart, and your destiny. This isn't fear, this is truth. The universe is testing you, not to punish you, but to upgrade you. These attacks won't look like explosions, they'll look like emotions. They'll come from people you trust, feelings you thought you healed, and decisions you didn't know you'd have to make again. And if you fall into the traps, if you react instead of responding, if you repeat instead of releasing, you may stay stuck in a karmic loop until the year 2033. Yes, 8 more years of delay, frustration, and soul fatigue. But here's the good news. In this video, I'm going to reveal all 3 spiritual attacks coming for you between June 5th and 21st. I'll show you the warning signs, the triggers, and the exact spiritual moves you need to make to pass this divine test. Because Virgo, this test isn't about what's happening around you, it's about what's happening within you. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll not only survive the karmic storm, you'll unlock a brand new destiny timeline that's been waiting for you. Are you ready to face the truth? Then let's begin. Virgo, between June 5th and June 21st, something rare is happening in the cosmos. Something that directly impacts your soul contract. A rare alignment of energy is activating your karmic timeline. Think of it like a spiritual tunnel. A karmic window that only opens when your soul is ready for its next evolution. And guess what? That window is wide open right now. This isn't a random date range, it's a sacred span of days where the past, present and future collide, and the universe watches to see what you'll do next. During this window, you'll begin to notice a strange emotional shift. Old feelings resurface. People from the past reach out. Dreams become intense, and your mind, it begins racing through every decision you've ever questioned. Why? Because this window is a mirror. The universe is reflecting everything you've buried, every unresolved emotion, every mistake you thought you got away with, every toxic pattern you keep repeating silently. You may feel confused, you may feel attacked, but understand this, you're not being punished, you're being invited to heal, to forgive, and to choose again, consciously. This karmic window is your shot to finally break out of the loop. You can either step into your higher timeline, the one filled with clarity, purpose, love, and success. Or you can fall back, repeat the same cycles, keep choosing comfort over courage, keep ignoring your intuition, and if that happens, Virgo, you risk staying trapped in this loop until 2033. Yes, I said it. The decisions you make between June 5th and June 21st can affect the next 8 years of your life. This is not the time to coast. This is not the time to second-guess the signs. This is your moment to go inward, to get honest, and to realign with your higher self. Because every situation that shows up in this window, whether it's a conflict, a delay, a temptation, or an emotional trigger, is really a test. It's the universe asking, did you learn the lesson? Or are you still the same person who made that old choice? You're standing at the door of transformation. And this time, Virgo, the key isn't in your hands, it's in your soul's decision-making. So remember this. Everything that happens between June 5th and 21st is on purpose. Nothing is random. Everything is a mirror, a message, or a mission. Pay attention. Virgo, have you felt it? That strange sensation like something is watching you? Like an invisible force is tracking your every move, not in fear, but in divine curiosity. This isn't paranoia. You're not imagining things. You are being spiritually watched, but not by people, by energy. You may have noticed it recently, the goosebumps on your skin when no one is around, the flicker of lights, the sudden silence in a room where energy once flowed. You wake up and look at the clock. It's 3:33 a.m. again. The same numbers keep repeating. You hear whispers when you're alone. You feel called to look over your shoulder, but there's no one there. These are not coincidences. These are spiritual surveillance signs. The universe is observing you, not to scare you, but to evaluate your vibration. It's as if a cosmic camera has been turned on, and the lens is focused squarely on your emotional reactions, your choices, and your energy. Because between June 5th and June 21st, your soul is on trial, and these early signs mean the test has already begun. Your intuition suddenly feels louder, sharper, more urgent. That's because your higher self is trying to warn you and guide you through this invisible battlefield. It may feel eerie, it may feel uncomfortable, but it's actually a gift, because only those who are chosen get watched this closely. You're being monitored because you've reached a crucial level in your soul journey, where every action counts, every response matters, and every decision either aligns you with your destiny or pulls you back into delay. So if you've been feeling this heightened awareness, this energetic presence, don't brush it off. The universe sends signs in whispers first, and if you ignore the whispers, the tests will come louder. You may notice more synchronicities, repeated names, songs, animal sightings, chills, or spiritual symbols. These aren't random, they're confirmation. Virgo, you're being watched because your timeline is being chosen. And if you can stay grounded, if you can remain calm, conscious, and clear, you will pass this phase and move into a chapter of divine favour. But if you ignore the signs, react emotionally, or fall back into old patterns, you may fail the very test you were born to complete. Virgo, this is your wake-up call. The universe is watching. Your angels are observing, and your destiny is waiting to see if you're ready. Virgo, the first spiritual attack during this karmic window will come from someone you trust. It won't be obvious. It won't be physical. It will come through emotions, sharp words, subtle manipulation, or a deep wound that reopens. This attack may come from a parent, a partner, a sibling, a best friend, someone you never expected to hurt you, but suddenly they say something that cuts deep. And in that moment, your soul will start screaming, "Not again, I've already healed this." But the pain comes back, the memory rushes in, and the question becomes, will you react the way you used to, or rise like the person you've become? This isn't about the person. It's about the mirror they hold up to you. The situation is designed by the universe to trigger your old self, your old reactions, insecurities, and pain points. You'll be tempted to lash out, to defend yourself, to shut down, to play the victim. But if you go there, Virgo, you fail the test. Because this attack isn't about winning the argument, it's about winning the karmic gate. This is the universe asking, have you mastered emotional regulation? Can you protect your peace even when someone you love tries to shake it? Can you hold your center when the storm is personal? If you can respond with grace, with detachment, with calm clarity instead of emotional chaos, the energy shifts instantly. You pass the first spiritual test. But if you fall back into old roles, the pleaser, the reactor, the avoider, then the karmic loop continues and the window starts to close. You might even start second-guessing yourself. Did I overreact? Maybe I was too sensitive. No, the situation was designed to activate an old frequency in you, so the universe could see if you still resonate with it. This isn't a mistake. This is a karmic checkpoint, and how you handle it will determine whether your destiny accelerates or gets delayed. So, here's your mantra for this attack. I don't react. I respond. I protect my peace. Remember, the first attack will always come through the heart, because that's where your deepest karmic patterns live. Virgo, breathe. Don't personalize the attack. See the lesson inside the chaos, because once you pass this test, the karmic gate starts to unlock. Virgo, You might brush this off at first, but if your phone starts glitching, your Wi-Fi randomly disconnects, or messages mysteriously vanish, stop everything. Because that's not just Mercury retrograde, that's cosmic interference. Missed calls, deleted texts, frozen screens, apps crashing for no reason, chargers dying at 99%, emails that never send. It's not a tech issue, it's a spiritual one. This is the universe trying to interrupt the noise because something important is happening beneath the surface. You see, when your energy is too scattered, too glued to notifications, opinions, distractions, the universe has no choice but to pull the plug. These digital disruptions are a divine redirection. You're being pulled inward because there's a message you're meant to hear that can't be delivered through a screen. It could be a download in your dream, a sudden flash of clarity while sitting in silence, a voice within that's been whispering, but you've been too busy scrolling to hear it. So if your tech starts glitching during this karmic window, don't panic. Pause. Disconnect to reconnect with your inner signal. Use this moment to meditate. Light a candle. Journal what's been trying to get your attention. Ask yourself, what thoughts keep repeating? What signs keep showing up? What am I avoiding in silence? Because the universe is creating silence on purpose so that your soul's voice can get louder. Virgo, you're known for your mind, your logic, your planning, but this moment, this karmic window, isn't about the mind, it's about energy. When things start breaking down around you, it's a sign that something deeper is trying to break through you. Even something as small as a wrong text being sent to the right person, or a message being deleted that was never meant for you, these are signs that divine orchestration is at play. You're being asked to listen differently, not through noise, but through knowing. This may feel frustrating at first, especially when you're trying to keep everything under control, but Virgo, the universe is asking you to surrender your grip and let divine timing take over. So next time your screen goes black or your call drops, smile, because it means the universe just cleared a path for a higher message to get through. Virgo, the second spiritual attack won't show up as chaos, it'll show up as stillness, as nothingness, as the deep, unsettling feeling that everything has suddenly stopped working. Your messages go unanswered, plans fall through, opportunities slip away, people you were counting on disappear without a word, and suddenly you're stuck, second-guessing everything. You'll hear yourself saying, "Why now? What did I do wrong? Why is the universe blocking me?" But Virgo, this is not punishment. This is a patience test, a divine sabotage, not of your destiny, but of your control addiction. The universe wants to see, will you collapse under pressure? Will you spiral into self-doubt, anxiety, or victimhood? Or will you pause, breathe, and trust the bigger plan? Because here's the truth. Delay is not denial. It's a detour, a sacred pause designed to test your alignment under pressure. The reason things feel like they're falling apart is because they are, but not to destroy you, to rebuild you, to reroute your timeline toward what you truly need, not what your ego thinks it wants. This is one of the hardest attacks for a Virgo because you love clarity, you crave results, you're wired to fix things. But in this karmic window, trying to fix the delay will only make it worse because this delay is not meant to be solved. It's meant to be surrendered to. Can you remain grounded when nothing goes your way? Can you hold faith when the universe gives you silence instead of signs? This is the test. To sit in the gap between what you want and what you're being prepared for. To stay rooted in faith, not fear. Here's what you do during this phase. Stop forcing outcomes. Start aligning your vibration. Journal your frustration, then release it. Replace panic with prayer. Replace control with trust. Because if you pass this delay with grace, the doors will swing open. But if you spiral into fear, anger, or desperation, the karmic loop restarts. Remember this line, Virgo, not now doesn't mean not ever. It just means the universe is clearing your path so that when the right thing arrives, you'll be ready. So breathe, let go, and trust this: what's delayed right now may be divinely designed to deliver something far greater than what you imagined. Virgo, if you've been seeing 999, 444, or 1111 over and over again, it's not just a coincidence, it's not random, it's a cosmic alarm. And it's saying one thing loud and clear: your soul is being activated. These repeating numbers are not just spiritual codes, they're checkpoints. Each one carries a message. 999, you are at the end of a cycle. Something must be released so something greater can begin. 444, your angels are surrounding you. Protection is near. Stay grounded. 1111, a portal is opening. What you think, say and feel now is rapidly manifesting into reality. And if that wasn't intense enough, you may also be hearing strange whispers at night, ringing in your ears with no explanation, or dreaming about people from your past, lovers, friends, or even enemies you haven't thought about in years. These are not just memories or noise, these are karmic echoes, soul messages being delivered as your spirit enters the final phase of the test. When the veil is thin, especially late at night or in early morning hours, your higher self and spiritual guides attempt to communicate what your conscious mind won't slow down to hear. You might hear your name being called, feel like you're being watched while dreaming, or wake up with tears in your eyes from a dream that felt too real to be fake. These are warnings and confirmations that you are now fully inside the karmic zone, and the climax is approaching. The universe is whispering because it knows. If it screamed, you wouldn't believe it. But in the whispers, in the numbers, in the silence of night, the truth sneaks in. This is the moment. You cannot ignore the signs because they're coming faster, louder, and with more intensity than ever. You are being shown what needs to be released, not through logic, but through intuition. The numbers, the dreams, the whispers, they are keys to help you decode your spiritual test before it's too late. So, here's your action step, Virgo. Start writing down every number you see, every dream you remember, every sound or whisper that catches your attention. Keep a spiritual journal by your bed, because these aren't dreams, they're downloads. Virgo, you are closer to your breakthrough than ever before, but this is the part of the test most people fail, because they ignore the whispers and wait for a shout. Don't miss your signs, they're the final clues before the karmic door swings open, or shuts tight. Virgo, we've arrived at the final and most dangerous karmic attack. It's subtle, it's seductive, and if you're not careful, it could lock you out of your destiny until 2033. This final test will come in the form of temptation. Someone or something will re-enter your life, not to stay, but to test your alignment. It could be an ex-lover who suddenly wants to talk again, an old addiction that starts whispering to you in your weak moments, a toxic job offer that promises fast money but drains your soul, or a shortcut, a quick fix that trades spiritual growth for instant gratification. This moment will feel urgent, exciting, even right, because temptation always disguises itself as opportunity. But here's the truth. This is the universe asking you once and for all, will you trade long-term peace for short-term pleasure? Will you go back to the familiar, even if it's painful? Or step forward into the unknown that promises transformation? Because if you say yes to the past, Virgo, you are saying no to your future. It's that simple. This decision seals your timeline. You've done the work, you've cried the tears, you've prayed for a better life. But now that better life is on the other side of one final temptation, and you have to choose it consciously. This is the karmic crossroads, and here's the catch. The person, the job, the habit, it will come at your weakest moment, when you're tired, when you feel lost, when you're desperate for connection or relief. The timing isn't random, it's part of the test. The universe wants to see if you'll cling to comfort or claim your calling. So how do you pass it? You pause, you breathe, you ask yourself, does this support the future I want or the past I've already outgrown? You must respond, not react. You must see beyond the moment and choose the vibration of your next level, not the drama of your last loop. And when you say no to that temptation, something magical happens. A karmic lock breaks, your timeline shifts, and the universe begins opening doors that were once sealed shut. Virgo, you are strong enough to walk away from anything that isn't aligned. Don't let your healing be undone by a moment of weakness. Because this isn't just a test of the past, it's the final exam before your destiny begins. Virgo, take a deep breath, because everything you've gone through, every delay, every trigger, every heartbreak, it wasn't a punishment, it was preparation. This isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. You're not being broken, you're being built. You're not being tested because you're weak, you're being tested because you're ready. The universe doesn't waste time on those who aren't meant to rise. It doesn't test the fragile, it tests the chosen. And if you're still watching this right now, if you've made it this far, then hear this loud and clear. You are chosen. You've been marked for something greater. Your soul didn't come here just to survive, it came to transform. Yes, the tests were real. Yes, the attacks hurt. Yes, you were pushed to the edge. But Virgo, the edge is where wings grow. This is your final exam. This karmic window, June 5th to June 21st, is your graduation period, a cosmic gate, a spiritual reset, and you're either going to pass it or you're going to relive the same cycle until 2033. Because timelines don't shift just because you want them to, they shift when you earn them. And these 3 spiritual attacks, emotional sabotage, divine delays and temptation, are the tools the universe is using to see who you've become. Magic wand. You fight the same battles the same way. Will you let pain control you? Or will you rise like the healer you were always meant to be? This isn't about astrology. This is about alignment. This is about your soul reclaiming its power and refusing to play small ever again. So ask yourself right now, have I learned the lesson? Or am I just pretending to heal while still holding on to the wound? Virgo, this is your wake-up call. The karmic door is open, but it won't stay open forever. If you pass this, if you respond with grace, patience and strength, your timeline elevates, your destiny accelerates, your energy activates. But if you fail, if you fall into old traps and ignore the signs, you'll stay in the loop, in that emotional cycle, for 8 more years. You know too much now. You've seen the signs. You've felt the whispers. You can't unknow the truth. So walk forward with power, not fear, not confusion, power, because the universe is watching and waiting for your next move. Virgo, if this message hit you deep, if it exposed things you've been feeling but couldn't explain, then this wasn't just a video, it was a divine message. And now, I want you to anchor this energy. Right now, scroll down and comment this 11 times below. I see the tests, I claim my power, I choose my destiny. Why 11 times? Because 11 is a portal number, a master vibration that opens timelines and accelerates transformation. Every time you write that phrase, you're telling the universe, I'm not afraid, I'm ready, I accept the test, and I choose growth. Commenting is not just engagement, it's energy work. It's how you align yourself to the new path you're stepping into. And while you're at it, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Because Virgo, this isn't the only portal you'll be walking through. There are more coming, more upgrades, more challenges, more divine messages, and you need to be first in line to receive them. Also, don't keep this message to yourself. If you know another Virgo, or someone with Virgo rising, send this to them right now. They may be silently fighting the same spiritual battles, and this video could be the wake-up call they've been waiting for. This is how we rise together. This is how we shift timelines, not just for ourselves, but for our soul tribe. Remember, every comment, every share, every moment of awareness, it all matters. You are the chosen one, Virgo. Now claim it.